Right, so in today's video, I just want to talk a little bit about moss, what you can do to deal with the problem if you have it in your space, and also chat a little bit about why we actually get moss in our lawns too, because by understanding the why can help us think about what we can do to then remove it. But a bit of a disclaimer before we start, this video isn't for experts, it's for novices like myself, people who might be fairly new to lawn care, maybe you just bought yourself a new house, a new build, whatever it might be, and you want to start improving your lawn or getting a fairly decent lawn, or maybe even if you've been doing lawn care stuff for quite a while now, and you just want to learn a little bit more about why we get moss on our lawns and maybe pick up a few helpful tips along the way. So let's start off then with the why. Why do we get moss on our lawns? And the main reason is moisture in the sward. Often it's over the winter time. By the time it gets like November, December into January, you start to see moss germinating and developing in a sward, and that's because the sward's holding on to quite a lot of water, particularly if you've got shady areas of your garden, like where I am now with this high fence at the back. This is a perfect place for moss to thrive because it's not sat in the sun at all through the winter, which means the sun can't evaporate the moisture off the leaf, and if there are any moss spores knocking about, the likelihood is that they're going to germinate and turn into moss plants. Now that doesn't mean that if your lawn's sitting in the sun all day that you're not going to get any moss, but it just means it's less likely. And some people don't mind having moss in the lawn, it's green, it blends in with the grass and fills in the spaces where the sward's fairly bare. However, if you are into lawn care, you are going to want to deal with moss. So that leads us on to then, how do we deal with it? How do we remove it from our lawns? Now, the first way to get rid of it is to just scarify your lawn. Scarification is a great way of just raking up that existing moss. It's going to remove it from the lawn. It doesn't have a root system, so it's only knocking about in the sward, so it's easy to deal with. Just don't go too heavy with the scarifier because you don't want to thin your lawn out too much, but you want to remove kind of as much of it as you can whilst keeping your lawn in a fairly healthy state. And once you have raked out your lawn, what you do want to get down with is a liquid iron product. So you can get this in a number of different forms. You can get it in the pre-mixed liquid form, which I wouldn't really recommend because the concentration's a lot lower, whereas if you get the soluble iron in the powdered form and mix it yourself, it's a much higher concentration of like 19 and 20%, so you're talking almost 3 times the concentration in the soluble compared to the pre-mixed. And it's really easy to apply. Just mix it up, you whack it in a knapsack spray. You can pick one of those up from a garden centre, from Amazon. Do not spend a fortune on one of those, you don't have to. And once you've raked out that moss, just spray that liquid iron down. It's going to dehydrate any of those moss plants that you've left behind. And if you do have any spores that are left in your lawn, which if you've got a lot of moss is quite likely, once they become actual plants, if you get on again with a light application of liquid iron, it'll turn those moss plants black. You can rake them out, and slowly over time you just start removing that moss from your lawn. And one thing I would recommend kind of not buying into is getting yourself like a granular iron, or buying one of these like 4-in-1s where the iron's included within the granular product that you bought. And that's because we put iron down to dehydrate the sward slightly. We want to draw moisture away from that plant, because if we take the moisture away from the plant, it means it's less likely for moss to be able to take hold. If the granules fall to the soil, it's not going to dehydrate the sward. It's not going to be nearly as effective as what it would be in liquid form. And let's just finish then with probably the biggest misconception when it comes to moss products, and that's that you can actually get something that's going to kill the moss or that's going to remove the moss forever. It doesn't exist. If it's in a YouTube video, it doesn't exist. I've got a video on my channel from 2-3 years ago where I was like, right, we're going to kill some moss. You don't kill the moss. When the moss turns black, people have the misconception that the moss is dead. Like when you spray a weed killer down and the weed turns yellow, yeah, the weed's dead. But when the moss turns black, it isn't dead. It's just dehydrated. It means it's less likely to be able to produce more spores, which then means it's less likely to spread that moss further across your sward. So if you see anything advertised as a moss killer, it's not a moss killer, it's a moss treatment, and it's a way of dealing with the problem, but it's not going to kill the plants. So hopefully this video has clarified some misconceptions with moss and kind of give you a bit of a direction as to the best way to deal with it if you do have it in your lawn. Our lawns are going to soon go through a period of quite a lot of active growth, and if we can remove some of that moss, it gives more space for those grass plants to be able to thrive. You get a thicker sward, you get a healthier sward, and that way your lawn looks fairly decent too. So thanks for watching today's video. If you found it useful or enjoyed it, consider giving it a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, because we've got loads of lawn care stuff on this channel already. We're almost on a bit of a crusade to simplify it as much as we possibly can whilst getting some fairly decent results. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, subscribe if you haven't. And finally, thanks for watching.